In this video, we are going to review if a vector field is conservative or not, and how do we find that. Okay, so it actually depends on how many components we have. And because here we have a 2D case, so this is 2 dimensions for the force, and that's 7x plus 16xy and 8x squared minus 5y squared. Okay, so to determine if a vector field in 2D is conservative, provided all the partial derivatives do exist, we want to find the partial derivative of p with respect to y and see if that's equal to partial derivative of q with respect to x. So if you're wondering why that happens, let me just try to explain. If a vector field is conservative, then it is going to be the gradient of some scalar field. But what is the gradient? Well, the gradient is fx fy, right? Because the gradient consists of the partials. So we also know that f is pq. So what that means is that p is actually fx and q is actually fy. So if I were to take the derivative of p with respect to y, this is going to be fx, and then you take in another derivative with respect to y. That's just a mixed partial fxy. Okay, and then if you are taking the derivative of a q, which is just fy with respect to x, so fy with respect to x, that's q with respect to x, right? That's going to be, okay, so that's going to be just the mixed partial fyx, right? But we know that the mixed partials are equal to each other, provided, again, all the conditions are satisfied, everything continues, derivatives can be taken, and so on. So the partials, the mixed partials have to be the same. So that's where this condition comes from. Okay, so I just didn't want to just kind of give it to you without an explanation. Okay, so let's just check it. It's very simple. So the first component we're taking with respect to y, like with respect to the other variable. You would think it's x, but no. The first component with respect to y, the second component with respect to x. So this guy with respect to y is going to be, so 7x doesn't have a y, so that's just going to be 0. 16xy with respect to y would be 16x. And then the other one is 8x squared with respect to x, that's 16x, and then 5y squared will drop out because it doesn't have an x. So we can see that the two are equal, which means that the force, that original force with these components is conservative.